Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm doing a hashtag called Rainbow Decks by Meadowlark Mystic. It's basically, you show 6 decks that you associate with the colors of the rainbow, whether it's, for instance, an actual deck with a lot of yellow, or you feel that the deck has a yellow energy. This tag made me think of Pride Month, because the colors of the rainbow are the actual current classic colors of the Pride flag, the gay Pride flag. Pride Month is technically in June, since that is when the 1969 Stonewall Uprising happened to achieve equal justice and equal opportunity for LGBTQ people. Now, Pride Festival, in Amsterdam at least, is huge, by the way. It's great. It's always at the end of June, going into the beginning of August. Now, we are well into August right now, but hey, I'm all for prolonging the party. The first Rainbow Pride flag was designed by Gilbert Baker in 1978, originally with 8 stripes. I have this information from Wikipedia, by the way, so if I'm wrong, I blame the internet. In the original 8-color version, pink stood for sexuality, red for life, orange for healing, yellow for the sun, green for nature, turquoise for art, indigo for harmony, and violet for spirit. The flag as we know it today has been used from 1979 on. So they took away the pink and then they replaced the turquoise and indigo for royal blue and purple. So anyway, I am late with saying this, but happy Pride, everybody. As I said, here in Amsterdam we usually have, at the end of July going into August, the Gay Pride Parade with street parties, lots of people in the street, next to the beautiful canals. And then in the water, in the canals, of course, the Canal Parade, which is huge with lots of crazy decorated boats, with lots of music and dancing, people in extravagant, fabulous clothing, confetti everywhere, everybody gets one of those pink glasses or some sort of a rainbow necklace to join in on the festivities. It's really a good time. And it's usually nice weather this time of year, which is wonderful. Of course, this year all of the main events were cancelled due to COVID, but there is still that vibe in the city, which I appreciate. We see some flags up, quite a lot of tourists back in the city. It's been really warm for the past 2 weeks, and there is that overall feeling of celebration and freedom, and that fits Amsterdam so well, so I kind of love it. Hope you have at least a little bit of that where you live as well, so you can soak up some of those happy, usually yearly summer vibes. Okay, finally, going into the decks. I'm starting with pink, because I can. This is my Golden Rider. It's out of print, sorry, starting with an out of print deck, very nice of me, but there is just so much pink in this deck. And pink, according to the first gay pride flag that was designed, pink stood for sexuality. And it is just so colorful, and the pinks especially in this deck, they really do stand out. So kind of fits with sexuality as a symbolism, as a symbol, right? Take a look at this Knight of Pentacles. Quite a magical deck, if you ask me. So that is my extra pink deck. At the end, by the way, I do have an extra deck, but it makes sense, I swear. Maybe you can already guess it. It's, if you've seen many of my other videos, we don't only have the colors of the rainbow, we also have infrared and ultraviolet. That's a little hint. Okay, so the next one is my red deck, which is the Tarot de Marseille par Polka. I made this little box for it. It's a little bit of a darker red, really, because my idea of red when I first looked at this tag is was actually much more of a vivid red, but I don't have that many red decks, and this one is backed in black, which makes it even darker. It's a really dark deck, color-wise, or deep, I'd have to say. But I did edge it in blood red, and there's a lot of blood in this deck. It's a pretty bloody deck, but that still, you know, is red. And red in the original flag stood for life. And I mean, blood still is life, right? Sorry, it's just really warm here. What am I fanning myself with? The Four of Swords, to keep my head cool. So yeah, a bit of a darker red here, but this is my red deck. I love this deck. It is called the Tarot de Marseille, but it's not a Marseille because, as you can see, the pips are not arranged in the same way. But, I mean, it has such a personality. I really love it. Solve and Coagula in the Devil card. One more. If you like creepy decks, this is a really good one. I really like it. Next on the rainbow scale is orange, and orange stood for healing. The first deck I just picked because, sorry, another out of print deck. This is just what I have. I have 30 decks, so this is what I have to choose from. Still very familiar because my first tarot system was the Waite Smith. So very easy to read with, but you know, with all of those fine lines and just so much beautiful detail in these cards, in this artwork. It is a very friendly deck, and I kind of feel that fits with the healing aspect of the color orange. Then I do have another one for this color, because this was the friendly version of, I don't know, orange is just kindness to me. So healing, yeah, I guess it does make sense. But I also have another deck for this color, and this one is much more the mischievous side of orange, which is of course the Halloween Tarot. And I, like Meadowlark Mystic, did, you know, edge and color in every border, and these are the backs. I really love this. I cannot wait to use this one again. Halloween is just around the corner, guys. Yeah, I really enjoy working with this deck. Here, one of my favorite Chariot cards. Just orange will always be a Halloween color. And that is just because of the pumpkins, isn't it? This is just really one of those fun decks that I feel are a staple. Now for the color yellow, which stands for the sun. I could only think of one deck, and that is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. This is the only Oracle in the bunch. I love the look of these cards. I have the second edition, as you can see. Now, I had trouble finding use for these cards because, first of all, Oracle really isn't my thing. I don't know, I do prefer tarot. But, I mean, these images, I just couldn't pass them up. And I now have recently found a use for them, because there is this very helpful keyword or title underneath every card, and I am now using them on my altar for intention work. So I kind of just go through the deck and pick out the cards that I feel represent the intention that I want to set, and then I hang them up, and it becomes kind of a story from beginning to middle to end to result. And it just helps me visualize, and it's really cool so far. I've only done it for one specific intention so far, but it's nice because I just get to look over and all of a sudden recognize things that I've seen during the day, or that I have been thinking about, or, you know, these symbols that makes me understand my own intention even better. So I can't wait to just keep using them for that very, well, reason. It's warm. I can't think clearly. So that is really just a way to work with this beautiful imagery, because I do love it. I just never used it because it's just not exactly corresponds to what I like to do. But this way, I love it. Next color on the rainbow is green, which is nature. Great. My Greenwood tarot, Wildwood tarot. I wish this was the Greenwood. Anyway, this is my Wildwood tarot, the greenest deck I own, which I edged in these very foresty colors, green and brown. And I recently reached for this deck again, and it felt really great. It felt really nice. It felt like this deck and I have a certain connection, really personal connection, that I pulled a card and it was the exact time of the year, you know, because this deck works with the Wheel of the Year. And I mean, it's just very grounding and very earthy and green. I love that. And I love the fact that green is also in the gay pride flag, and it stands for nature. It's just, we are human beings. And basically everything I'm talking about in this video is very natural. We are part of nature, so yeah. Let's show you one of my favorite cards. Well, I definitely appreciate this star card, because it's like this light that you follow in the sky. You know where she is, but you're on this big adventure and you don't really know where you are because of the forest because the forest is so dense, but you do have that point in the sky to follow. I really do like that. And just look at this beautiful Queen of Bows, which would be Queen of Wands. The hair. I did put this deck back on my shelf because even though every season is represented, I do still feel that this deck is more of an autumn-winter deck for me. That was my very green deck. So now we have blue. My obvious blue tarot deck is the blue Rider-Waite-Smith blue box. But you know, the deck itself is really blue. I feel that the blues in this deck definitely stand out. See that? It's that very special blue that I don't see in other Rider-Waite-Smiths anymore. It's that, I don't know what type of blue this is, but it's just, yeah, striking and special about this very deck. See? So I do feel that it fits, not only for the fact that it comes in a blue box. So that is my blue deck. Love it very much. Then for purple, it's my Tarot of a Moon Garden. This is a box I made for it. But this is my inner child deck. This is the infinite imagination of a child. And I do enjoy working with it. Just to finish the list, turquoise was originally in the 8-stripe flag, which stands for art, and then indigo was the last color, I believe, and that stands for harmony. So all nice, beautiful things. And this deck as purple is kind of that dreamy, head in the clouds, just imagination, I'd say, energy. Look, with the sea monster, sea dragon. I also like that violet stands for spirits. And finally, I am very cheekily ending with an ultraviolet deck. That's right. It's the Trionfi Della Luna Paradoxical by Patrick Valenza. This is such an incredibly special deck to me. It does make sense, right? That we would look at the spectrum of the rainbow. Now, I could have gone infrared or even microwave or whatever else there is, but I do have an ultraviolet deck because, first of all, this deck is very special to me. It's that extra out of this world type of experience I get with this, and I see so much of myself in this deck, in these cards. And then of course there is that very quirky thing about this deck, is that it glows under black light, which, you know, is sometimes called UV light. So it's an actual UV deck. I couldn't help but to add this one in there because, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Wow, it's a really Queen of Wands day, isn't it? I think I get to see the Queen of Wands in every deck that I show. This is a Marseille deck, definitely, because of the way that the pips are arranged, but lots of liberties have been taken with the majors, and then even also actually the minors, because there's nothing traditional about it. It's just the way that the pips are arranged. That's all. That's all that makes this a Marseille, really. Look at this beautiful sun card. Love that. Hope you enjoyed my picks and my take on this tag. Let me know if you've ever been to Amsterdam Gay Parade. Maybe a plan for next year. Enjoy what's left of Pride Month or Pride anything. I do have another thing I want to add to this video, just a bit of an announcement really. The school year is starting soon. That means that the dance schools are also reopening. This basically means that I will not have time to make as many videos as I've been making for the past months. It has been such a great experience to make so many things and to have people watching, have people commenting, doing the lives. I really enjoy those. Looking at my schedule, I know myself, I'm not going to be able to keep up 2 or even 1 videos a week on a regular basis. So I'm still going to make videos, but a little less. And I am a little bit sad to say that, but it's just the truth. It's how life goes. You know how it is. Anyway, all I have to say is this was a great tag. Thank you so much for making it, and I hope you appreciate, again, my take on it. All I have to say is enjoy the weather, enjoy each other, enjoy the videos that are up on my channel, enjoy the other Rainbow Decks videos. I of course will link the original video below, and I will see you all soon.